Whatever, he played with it, but you know, I like a good, so like when I asked Bob Dole, if he supported mandatory toothbrushes, he said as long as it's locally controlled. It was very consistent, so it worked really well for me. And you know, that's a big part of my campaign.
Can you just
this candidate. Now with this recent trespass bill, the
NDA.
the one after that. What is it? Yeah, no. This is the federal bill that makes it a felony to knowingly interfere with the business of government. I think it's called the Restricted Building Restoration and Something Act. And so that, you know, I've never had a law that specifically outlawed an activity that I have always taken for granted before. And so that's, you know, it's an affront. It's not like what's going on in the government today. And I wish us all a whole lot of luck figuring out how to respond in an effective and efficient manner to really turn things around.
Can you say more about the principles of improv campaigning?
Pardon?
Can you say more about the principles of improv campaigning? You mentioned improvisational campaigning.
Improvisational campaigning, yes, of course. It's just simply reacting to whatever situation given. You know, I've been working in the primary for many years, and that gives me a very wide open access to many of the candidates. And really, it's just like there they are, and do whatever I can do. You know, working with their supporters, and you know, I'm always meeting and greeting in campaign mode. And sometimes they try and throw up obstacles, and you know, I rolled with the Secret Service. You know, this year I had the Secret Service declare a national security zone specifically for me, and of course it's always about you know, I'm teasing out what is required of me. It was in Chicago in 1996 that I discovered that when a police officer comes up and says, "I'd like to ask you to leave," you always can say, "Thank you very much for asking. I'm very happy where I am." And it's this type of thing. I mean, it's a real campaign. It exists in real time with real people, and it's real interactions. And a lot of these interactions take place with the police, with the Secret Service, and with the candidates themselves. And it's really just a matter of me reacting and staying focused and being consistent with what I'm presenting. And you know, it is what it is.
Consistency is critical, is what you're saying.
And you know, even if my inconsistency is inconsistent, you know, it's okay. That's the beauty of my campaign, because it's not reality based.
And you're always riffing around the pony themes. Each theme provides a riff for improvisation.
Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of that. And, whatever it takes.
How many new policies have come out of that improvisation that you found? Yes, that was a moment of inspiration, and you've stuck with it.
I tend to, I am able to flesh things out. You know, like the whole pony thing, and then you know, it just goes on and on. Anything you take any sort of real life thing and just insert the word ponies into the middle of it. You know, you're making satirical commentaries. It's very, very simple, really, but it's really effective, and people really resonate with the people. And, I've been very blessed and very lucky thus far. And this year in particular, it's just been crazy, and the amount of love that I've been getting because of it is very affirming.
So I give you one, and
Have you had any disciples or apprentices say, "I really want to work with this and want to, you know, take on this"?
My Speakers Bureau, the Evil Twin Speakers Booking Bureau out of Philly, they're working with me, and Mr. Scott Beeman has become sort of like the Karl Rove of my campaign. And yeah, I always have a handful of campaign managers around me. Ideally, they're handlers. It's nice to have handlers. You don't have to really think too much about where you're supposed to be and when. And they field all the media shit, and so that's very good. So it is a real campaign in that sense, you know, and it seems to work just fine for me.
That's awesome.
So, can I get a recorded statement on your